Hello everyone, my name is Xu Jincai. Our project owner and mentor is Dr. Masood Jahali. Today I'm going to make a code review of the expert advisor for the MetaTrader 4. And the expert advisor I picked is named the MACD Not So Sample. So this expert advisor calculates the moving average of the history graph of the sample we picked. It would open a selling order, buying order, and stop the order or modify the order by comparing the current and previous value from the graph. So first, it has the magic number 10701. It's a unique number for this expert advisor. And here's all the variables this code needs. So first, each variable has the external. So external variable means it can be set from the outside without modifying the source code of the expert program. Just like we can modify the values of the variables from the Forex app. And so the first three variables called fast, slow, sign. These three variables that we need to use in the IMACD function. So IMACD function is a function can return the handle of the moving average, convergence, and divergence indicator. And we're gonna mention later inside the start function. So next one is trailing stop. This is a function is especially used for when price changes strongly in the same direction or when it is impossible to watch the market continuously for some reason. MA trailing period is the average period for the calculation. And here calculation means the function we're gonna use in the future called the IMACD. The MACD open level and the MACD close level are the parameters are used for generating signals to open positions or close positions. So take profit can return the profit value, the code-just token of the current selected order. And use MM, it's a value to disable the auto calculation for size of lots. Okay, here's we set it as false. So false means the constant size of lots. Here's the name of the value of the parameter is lots. If we set it as true, the name of the parameter gonna be the free margin called the risk. And the next is %MA. So %MA means the lot size in the percentage. Here is 10, means 10%. And same as the lots, here is 0.1. So here is the size of the lot. 0.1 also means the 10%. So, and we only use a lot if the use MM is false. So, after all the variables, the code creates a function called getLots. The getLots function can return the amount of lots of the selected order. So if the If the USMM is false, then it will create a variable from the normalization double function. The normalization double function has the number from the first part, and the second integer 1 means the number of digitals after decimal points. This means after this calculation, the number gonna keep one of the digitals after decimal points. Like if the number is 49.999, it gonna keep 49.9. So if this number is larger than 49.9, it's gonna return 49.9. If the number is less than 0.1, it will print the loss is less than 0.1. And it will finish this if statement. Or it will return the value we just got, 8. Or it will return the value of lot. So here's the value of loss, 0.1. So that means for this function, it will return 4 different values, 0.1 or value 8, or the string of the loss less than 0.1, or just print the 49.9. The next function called calculate the current orders. So this function can help the code keep buying the orders or selling the orders. First, this code into the order total. Order total means the function can return the number of market and pending orders, and it also initializes the buys and sales at 0, because at the beginning, this order hasn't started yet, so the buys and the sales have nothing inside. Then it creates a for loop. So inside the for loop, first, it will check if the order can be selected or not. If the order cannot be selected, it will break this for loop. And here, the order select function selects an order to work with, and returns true if the function has been successfully completed. It will return false if the function completion has failed. And after that, the code can check the order symbol and the order matching number if these two things can be matched. And if these two things can match, and it will start buying the order or selling the order. And after the function calculate current orders, the code creates a function called start. So at the beginning of the function start, it will check the conditions of the parameters we choose. Like it will check the sample if the sample is European dollar and the USD, and it will check the period of the export divider we're gonna check. If it's not 240, it will return and it's not a right period, because this export divisor is specifically designed for the sample of Europe dollar and the USD dollar, and the period has to be H4. Next, the code creates few variables that we're gonna use in the future function called IMADC. And the next code gonna keep checking the environment for this test. Like the bars has to be larger than 100, take profit has to be larger than 10. So next is a really important function for this code. It's called IMADC. And IMADC stands for the moving average convergence divergence. And this function is used to identify moving average that are indicating a new trade, whether it's bullish or bearish. Here's all the variables that we're gonna use inside the function. It has the sample time frame, the fast EMA period, the slow EMA period, and the signal line period. And also includes the price when the order close and the model, the main model. And the last one is the shift number. So far we have the shift number either 0 or 1. Cause we're gonna compare the current value to the previous value. So 0 means current, and the 1 means it has to be shifted to previous value. So 1 means previous. And the next is if statement. It's gonna check if the calculate current order is 0. That means this order has started. And if the account free margin is less than 100 times get lots. So here the account free margin is the free margin value of the current account, and the get lots is the function we create at the beginning. It's this function. Like we mentioned, the get lots function gonna return the value 0.1 or the value we get before, or gonna return loss is less than 0.1, or just return the value 49.9. So if this statement is true, then gonna print we have no money because the free margin is less than 100 times get lost. Then it will finish this if statement. Otherwise, if the first if statement is not true, and everything matches the second if statement here, and the ticket gonna equal to order sent. Here order sent means it's a main function used to open market or place a pending order. And inside the order sent are the variables that this code needs for the order send function. As we know the sample, and the open buy means the order has to start buying the old order, and we know the get lots. For here, ask means the latest lowest seller's price for the current sample, and the point means the current sample point value in the quote currency. Magic number means the unique number for this Excel divisor. Green means when we finish, the arrow color gonna be green. And inside this second if statement, if the ticket larger than 0, means this ticket has equal to order sent. Then this if statement gonna select the ticket we just create to this order, and it will print by order open, because for this if statement we're gonna pick the open by function. Otherwise, if the ticket is not larger than 0, means this ticket is not equal to the order sent, then it can print the arrow opening by order and then get last arrow. Here get last arrow means it will return the value of the last arrow that occurred during the execution of an made code for program. And for the third if statement, basically all the conditions here is opposite by the second if statement here. And if everything is matched this if statement, the ticket gonna equal to another order sent, means it starts selling the order. Because we remember for the previous one, it's gonna start open by the order. And if the ticket is larger than 0, means if this ticket starts selling the order, and it will select this ticket and print the sale order is opened. Otherwise, the selling ticket order gonna fail. It will print arrow opening sale order. After the code opened the ticket, opened the orders, it's gonna stop the order. So first we need to initialize the total equal to orders total. So orders total can get the total number of the orders we just opened before. And after that, the code creates a for loop. Inside the for loop, we need to make sure the order we opened before has been selected. So after that, we also need to make sure the order type, the order sample, and the order matching number. If these three things can be matched, the next step is to make sure what kind of order we picked. Like if the order type is open by order, and everything matches the situation inside this if statement, then the code gonna close the order we just picked. So the order close function is obviously is to close the open order, and here's all the variables included inside the order close function. After we close this order, we're gonna make sure the value we're gonna get is different. Of course, it's gonna be different value. So if the trailing stop is larger than 0, and the bid minus order open price is larger than point times trailing stop, and the order stop loss is less than bid minus point times trailing stop, then that means the if statement here means the value at the point we close the order is different than before. So now we need to modify the order. Means we need to update the value at the point that we close the order. And inside the order modify function, it includes the order ticket, order open price, the stop loss. Here is the bid minus point times trailing stop, and the order tick profile, and the expiration date time, and the color of the arrow. So if everything done, it's gonna finish this if statement. So basically from here and to here are the functions to close the order, but the order has to be buying order, and the next is to close the order of selling order. So if everything matches the situation inside this if statement, and the code gonna close the order we picked. Of course, the order gonna be selling order, and same thing as the buying order. When we close the order, we're gonna get a different set of value. So of course we can update the order. Like if the trailing stop is larger than 0 and the order open price minus ask is larger than point times trailing stop, the order stop loss is larger than ask plus point times trailing stop, or the order stop loss is equal to 0. That means we can update the value of the order we just picked. So back to the if statement. Here says if the MACD current less than 0, MACD current larger than signal current, and so on. That means compared with the market, we had less order in our account. That means we need to buy more orders to make money. And the same thing as this if statement, because if the MACD current is larger than 0, that means compared to the market, we have more orders than the market. So we need to sell the orders to make more money. But different by the if statement to close the order. So here it says if the MACD current is larger than 0, that means by that point, the buying order has reached the level to the market, and we have enough orders inside our account, so we need to stop the order. And same thing as the function to stop the selling order, because when our account has less order than the market, that means we need to stop selling the orders. And so here's everything for my expert advisor code, and it's really clear to understand how does the code work, because for the original code it's only 169 lines and only 3 main functions, and that's everything for the explanation. And thank you for watching my video. If you have any problems, please contact me or our project owner, Dr. Masood Jahadi. And here are our email address. And thank you for watching.